Flat Earth British, Martinliedtke speaking. Alright guys, good to see you. I'm back with some epic usage. This will be very Nectarian indeed, so buckle in. Okay, there'll be plenty in this post to leave your head spinning and stop you thinking about all that bullshit that's going on in the outside world. Okay, which is I've been making efforts to do all week. Okay, because at this stage of the game, what I have done is I'm not really looking at any links or anything to do with this at all. Okay, I'm thinking outside the box and for myself. Why? Because there are thousands and thousands of bullshit videos put on the internet, disinformation campaigns that grab the attention of, people to run with, and it is so much of it, it's hard to even, bother with. Just see through it all. So I'm not bothering. I'm going to think for ourselves. I'm going to think for myself. Come to some sort of solution or idea as to the end game, if there is one and it's not a full reset. Okay, guys? Now, what we're going to be looking into, we decode antiquity on Flat Earth British. This is what we do. Okay, so this is how we get to find out what is happening in the future. This is how we uncannily predicted all the events of now years ago, guys. I've done posts about pandemics a year ago as a depopulation mechanism. It's on the Celtic Tartarian channel. How did we find this out? Well, we decoded it from antiquity. All of the ancient and the Middle Ages depictions will show us that this place was subject to reset and new populations, etc. over and over and over again. Okay? That's the cyclical nature of this place, and some of it, apparently, if it's not controller, is natural and out of our control. It's only natural. Okay, a feeling that controllers completely aware of this, they use it against us, enslave humanity on the farm, etc. You know how the narrative goes because you're living in it, and worse than ever now. And they're going to go completely nuts, and there's no end in sight for this because they got away with it, and they're not going to let go of all of them fucking insane laws that they just adopted. It's martial law without actually the curfews. We have got a curfew, really, because if I went out to go for a walk like late at night, I would be probably pulled and hassled, wouldn't I? So it is a curfew as such for everybody. It's a martial law. A house imprisonment. And no weather shit now as well. You can't go out if you live in a flat, by the way. Anyway, so what we're going to be looking into in this, guys, is gas. Gas as a way of depopulating. And I've used it in warfare. We're going to look into it's quite horrific. Okay, in the First World War. This stuff is a reality. Unlike germ theory. Okay, now we have come to the idea now, okay, through, our investigations that viruses, or so-called viruses, are toxic excretions, part of our defense mechanism. Okay, when we are poisoned and there's DNA damage, and then it's expulged, if that's even a word, from the human body. Okay, we think this is the case. Now, gas is a poison, and it poisons people. And I will put it further as to say that was the precursor for Spanish flu. Now, I have put it on my posts that alter in electromagnetics in different periods of time could have caused symptoms like what people are apparently getting, okay, or an epidemic throughout time. And we've covered comets, which we'll look at a little bit in this as well, and other ideas for what is going on. Okay, so we're going to look at gas a bit in this, but the massive headfuck usage of this is this rare Arab text that I found from the late Middle Ages, which is just fucking nuts. Whatever was going on in the past, in Mad Max post-apocalyptic time, one thing's for sure, people had really strange religious beliefs and they liked strange meat. Now, it has been asked to me, do you think that's a scenario, Martin, when they get rid of the food, the forced famine? How long do you think it'll take for people to, go into cannibalism? Well, history have shown us, and I have shown you, that at some periods in the time, in the past, you can see it in America when it's Florida, so only in the latter 1600s up until the late 1600s, and in all of Asia, India, parts of China, I've seen it, Southeast Asia, that people are chowing down on human meat. Okay, They eat the plants first when they're gone, but if it's mud flooded, there's no plants. Animals, birds maybe, in short supply. Once they're gone, there's only one meat source around. Okay, so it doesn't take long actually, apparently. From what I've read in the past about, you know, sieges of Stalingrad and other, you know, times that this has happened, like them people who crashed on the airplane in the Andean Mountains, or the Atlas Mountains. And we're going to look into amazing juicy mappage and star footage, and it's just so much in this. It's going to be just leave your head spinning like that by the end. What was all that? You'll be puffed out. So we're going to start here. Now make sure to subscribe to the Celtic Tartarian channel, guys. There's over 1,000 videos of juice on there, right? All on this subject of antiquity, mud floods, and reverse engineering antiquity. Okay, with a bit of flat earth smushed in. Okay, because I'm a flat earther. Now, peace and love to you all. Okay, I really hope everybody's okay, you know, in doing their thing. Good job, flat earth British, yeah, so to do this. You're gonna love this, guys. Now, I'll be back on the weekend. We've got stuff for the weekend as well lined up. I've been a very busy bunny. Okay, now, chemical weapons were first used in the First World War, they say. So I'm thinking that they were used before the First World War. Okay. If you've seen the film Wonder Woman, there's an evil demonic presence in it called Ares, and his prime directive is to make chemical weapons to win the war for Ludendorff. Win the war for Germany using diabolical chemical weapons, and they had these plants, not chemical or gas. Gas is in fact a reality. Okay, and it's a poison. It poisons the system. What it does to these poor men is unspeakable. But one thing's for sure that it does do, which I've talked about in the past, is blindness. It blinds men in mass. I mean, thousands at a time. They can't see anything. They're respiratory burning, skin burning, but they're blind. Now, how many times have we asked this question? Why is everyone blind in antiquity with blindfolds on? How many times people have said, is it a flash? Is it a plasma discharge flash? Is it, you know, something else is causing the blindness? Well, gas causes blindness. Could they tweak a gas, put it in a spray, an aerosol, tweak it that it only kills vulnerable people with compromised immune systems, old, etc.? Could that be possible? Maybe they're tweaking, fucked up, and it's just attacking many people. Who even knows? The fact still remains, it makes you blind. Chemical weapons in World War I. Men of the 50-50 version blinded by poison in a chemical attack in 1918. British soldier Wilfred Owen, the famous poet, captured in the panic of the attack, and he wrote a verse, "Gas, gas, boys," in the ecstasy of fumbling, fitting and clumsy helmets just in time, but someone still was yelling out and stumbling and floundering like a man on fire or lime. So pretty fucking nasty stuff. Okay, we'll look at some of these images in a minute. So yeah, the first to get hit were the Canadians, but the amount of death toll concerning gas, you know, 90,000, but they're saying as many as 1 million people were affected by gas, including civilians. You know, I think this is definitely a precursor to the Spanish flu, was, you know, gas poisoning. World War I ushered in a new era of chemical weapons use that lingers lethally to the present day. Okay, now chlorine gas was used against the French, the Algerians, the British and the Canadians, which killed apparently, I think it was 50,000 casualties at Ypres. Site of the worst, most relentless fighting. In 1915, pressured a world in which weapons of mass destruction came at least permanent background anxiety and often a source of intense terror. In World War I, yeah, they dish out the gas mask in World War II. I've got 2 here under my bed, okay, in a box. One belonged to my mother, one belonged to my grandmother. Antiques. They issued everybody with a gas mask, but we didn't have a gas attack in World War II. Apparently Hitler got gassed himself and really despised this stuff and didn't really want to do that. So anyway, which began nearly 100 years ago. Okay, preventative treaties such as the Hague Convention of 1900 treated a lasting precedent. Scientific progress now brought new fears as well as hope. Well, at least we got hope. The other combatant nations responded, so everyone had to go, okay, to the maximum extent. So everybody, every country was making chemical weapons in World War One. Okay, so anyway, 90,000 in total, they reckon. But you get deeper into this, it says up to 500,000, and the damage was deep repulsion at slow, agonizing deaths from tissue damage through blistering skin caused by innovations such as mustard gas, or drowning through destruction of lungs. So as you can see, this stuff is just disgusting. Mustard gas is definitely worse than chlorine gas. Stuff sticks on the clothes, it lingers, it's fucking hell. So many survivors were left blind or permanently disabled. Humans distress, dread gas fight. So I'm guessing with a gas mask on to fight would be hell as well. You know, because you take it off, you're dead or blinded or burnt out. The long-term psychiatric consequences are impossible to calculate. They may have been faithfully helped intensify Hitler's psychopathy as he lay brooding upon the armistice in the military hospital. Okay, so basically his head was fucked over the Treaty of Versailles, and then that's why he got the National Socialists going, because he was gassed, temporarily blinded by mustard gas. So Hitler was blinded also, but they said that was hysterical blindness, but it's not. It's the gas doing it. So the Geneva Protocol of 1925, okay, addressed weapons of mass destruction, okay. First chemical or biological use backed by uncontrolled arsenals, which they were hoping to deter breach hideously implausible, familiar, threatened retaliation. So all of the world got in on it, and it's been going on since. There's been some attacks, the one on the Tokyo Underground. So this is actually a reality, is gas, okay, and Syria in the modern day, and there's been other ones which we'll look at a little bit in a minute. Let me show you some images of these gas attacks in World War One. So they had horses with gas masks. I got one of these here. The one I got is called a Mickey Mouse. But it's not just like, you know, it's hideously maimed as well by this gas. It burnt in the mustard gas. Must be like just fizzling like lime. Burns, blisters. This guy's eyes are literally burnt out. Sorry about showing you that. It's pretty hideous. And that's gas for you. This is the face of doom. Literally minutes to go for these Irish rifle boys. Because in an hour after that, they'll be dead. Now, something else I'm going to look at in this post, guys, is numbers of casualties in the First World War. There's something really, really wrong. Basically, there's entire graveyards full of names of hundreds of thousands of people that just disappeared off the face of the earth. They say they're blown to pieces or laying in the mud or what have you, but no, there's been tales like with the Sandringham, the King's Own Sandringham Guard at Gallipoli, going over the top, disappearing into a cloud of mist, gas, and never ever been seen again, because the British and other people managed to gas their own people. It wasn't a precise science. If the wind changed, you were getting it. And as you know, your own troops are expendable as the enemies. Maximum casualties both sides will get you fuckloads of medals if you're the general, okay? Because it's about getting people down, numbers of people down. And this is the state they're left in. Just burnt to crisps off gas. And there it is, the release of chlorine gas canisters, EEPs, blowing over the German lines, or the men in there, if they didn't get their masks on in time. Although it's, you know, they used to put Hessian sacks covered in urine over their heads. That would save them too. Help. And then they got all different designs for gas masks going. In World War II, the Germans fitted a helmet one, that's quite funky, and this one too. A lot of thought went into it. And not just like the breathing, you know, these fucking stupid masks of today they're making everyone wear. Everyone will be wearing from now on. It's part of life forever, obviously. They've got goggles as well, and that apparently will protect you in a gas attack. I wouldn't fancy my chances very much. Apparently though, some gas smells like geraniums. So you smell geraniums, it's gas. Nasal irritant, skin burns, gas mask, protective clothing, dark green oily liquid. Smells like geraniums. Who knew? And the bullshit of the starting of the First World War, Archduke Franz Ferdinand, and apparently a member of the Black Hand. So they throw an hand grenade at his car in the morning in Sarajevo when he's off to go and have brekkie. The hand grenade explodes, but he's not bothered, because 2 seconds later he gets out of the car, sort of smiling and fucking happy, like nothing's happened with his wife. Apparently you don't see actually this guy shooting him, but you see them jumping on him. So apparently this guy is the precursor to the killing of hundreds and hundreds of millions of people worldwide. One man, they tell you. So he looks like, you know, he's just like a patsy, isn't he? Oswald or other patsies. The one who killed Kennedy, he's another patsy, mind control victim. Anyway, so it's been going on a while. Okay, it has gas attacks. So 10 horrific chemical gas attacks. These are apparently a reality. Sorry about the imagery again, but this is Bhopal in the Indian attack, which was pretty fucking hideous. First chemical attack in history was Ypres, 1915, and that was the poor Canadians, and it goes back in time as well, 2,000 years ago they say. And it's in Vietnam War, as we know, with Agent Orange, which is DDT, which was a defoliant apparently to, like, you know, lessen the grass, etc. in Vietnam, and the long-term effects are felt even to the day. It was that toxic, and it's orange 33, some evil nasty fucking shit, and they've been doing this all along, guys. Okay, in Vietnam it was Agent Orange. Realities, guys, realities that we can prove, realities we know. Okay, gas is a reality. Oh shit. I don't know what that is. Clicked it. Okay, so UK gasses its own soldiers. Do you mind if I just blow that up a bit? My eyesight's bloody terrible. I did have new glasses, okay, and I put them on and they just made a massive, the brass in the frame made a massive boil in my face. It just didn't, the brass didn't agree with my skin. Put my old glasses back on, I went back to normal. So the British soldiers in a post-World War II era, you might just have been lucky enough to be invited to Portadown. Oh, I've heard of that. Research specialist Portadown was supposedly concerned with finding a cure for the common cold. Isn't that very interesting? In reality, its purpose was much darker. It was sure that the Ministry of Defence gassed their own soldiers with sarin. There's a lot of this going on, guys. Okay, developed by the Nazis in the dying days of the war, sarin is one of the nastiest connotations in the world. That who has been exposed to a lethal dose dies in agony, thrashing around their body, blood squirting, foam out of their mouth. Between 1935 and 80, was that a bit dramatic? 1989. The MOD tested this gas on around 3,400 British soldiers. Fucking hell, the British kills it, man, on evil. So the British are just so evil. Those who took part in the trials were involved in safety, thought they were in medical research for minor ailments. Instead, many of them came almost unbearably close to dying. At least one soldier died as a result of the unlawful human experiments, and hundreds of others were badly sickened. May have not been the attack of the classic scene of Portadown experiments were dangerous as a battlefield. Okay. And then you got the Matsumoto attack on the underground in Japan. And they're all still wearing masks today in Japan because of it. But they went completely batshit fucking crazy the same way they are now. with scrubby. So yeah, it killed fuckload, 6,000 injured. Okay, incredibly, the attack was a failure. Enough, the sarin could kill 4.2 million people. It's up here. So that's what happens then. It's just like they just strip you off down to your fucking grundies in the fucking street and squirt you down, scrub you with a big brush, you know. So any dignity goes out the fucking window in a pandemic. It's like, get them off. It's like sort of attitude. This is the Kurds. This is you know, we can't really confirm or deny any of this has actually happened because it's Saddam Hussein and, you know, all of the fucking dialectic. Yeah, but fact still remains, the pictures are out there and we've seen all the film, and something terrible happened to villages in Iraq. So been used to kill civilians. The Gutaya attack, okay, another one. So that's Assad's forces in Damascus apparently with the gas attack, and this is the Bhopal disaster. I was a teenager when this happened. I read all about it. It was quite horrifying. Union Carbide, American firm, had a massive leak, and, you know, 600,000 people were injured. Death toll 15,000 from a chemical leak. Okay. The Union Carbide, and Saddam gasses the Iranians by all accounts. So right the way through history, gas is definitely a thing. You can see that from the First World War, which I will show you a little bit more of now. Oh, I did. Okay, now we're moving on. No. So missing dead, I was wondering about. I was thinking, well, alright, what if they were an accidental mass gas attacks and killed loads of their own? They wouldn't want to admit to that, so they would write them off as missing. So I'm wondering how many of them were, you know, friendly gas fire. Gas fire. Anyway. So how many people were missing in action? Well, the American forces say 19% of their total of 400,000 were missing. 78,000 the Americans claim are still missing. The British Empire losing just short of 9 million people. 200,000 people, okay, were never found again. France, most of them were at Verdun. 500,000 people never found or seen again. Italy, 600,000 people never seen again, disappeared off the face of the earth. United States, 4,500. Okay, so, but they, you know, didn't come into the last year. So what happened to them all? Are they all blown to smithereens? Are they all just drowned in shell holes? It seems to be, you know, millions. There's a million there. Just disappeared off the face of the earth. Some weird reason. When you're doing a reset, you know, and you've got, like, you know, the control of the history and all the records, and do what the fuck you want. So they got rid of 1 million people there, just like that. That everyone's, you know, they make sure they make you remember what they did on fucking Armistice Day, guys. They make sure you remember. But coming out of the Tower of London, I've posted about it last year, was a river of blood coming off there in poppies. Yeah, the last November talked about it, predictively programming you for what's coming in only a couple of months. Just out of similarity though, they're saying, NASA, that this new comet is spewing cyanide gas, and loads of people are prostrating that we're being poisoned by cyanide gas, and that's why they want to keep us in. So astronomers, blah blah blah. Obviously I don't go with any bullshit, but the comet is called, I'm wondering, you know, keeping an eye on the demographic of it or what they're thinking, is Borusiov. Now, I looked up the word, there's no etymology, it's a town in Russia, etc. But they reckon it's coming apart and it's pumping cyanide gas that spreads through our system as it passes. So I wouldn't usually take any notice of that. I think they're just fucking nuts. It's just, except I've read and posted, and you could pick up all of these books on a Tartarian channel. There's thousands and thousands of books on there, and maybe 1 million pictures, okay? But there's books about comets. Just look for the ones about comets. There's books linked, okay? And they talk about, you know, pestilence and disease happening before the arrival of certain comets at a certain time. But also there's the Great Year, which is the total reset, like they had last time with Noah, which also could be around now. Now, so the beginning is an idea for gas as a poison for poisoning many people and stealing a civilization or destroying a civilization. So I'm guessing this is Arabic, but in here you have people from China, Southeast Asia, and all over the world, and what they show you is just, before I show you the pictures of this, which I've downloaded out of the book, I want you to take note of the similarities between the Phoenicians coming out of the water, okay, so I guess Greek mythology as well, the Christian faith, okay, the Vedas, Buddhism, I said Christianity, didn't I? You'll see the similarities and the overlays between all the narratives, okay, which is strange deities, cannibalism, all our carnage. I mean, this thing is a mad book. So it's from the Middle Ages. I'm not sure exactly because the date's a bit fudged on the front of the cover, but if I was to hazard a guess, I would say somewhere in the 1600s. But I'll verify that a little bit later. But it is very early anyway, by the look of it, because of the clothes I'm going on and the armory. So instantly, what you get is a guy. But these happy hats, they like glow, and there's something going on with them, and they're behind people's heads. So it's some sort of tech. And he's clean cut this guy too, in two. So that's one sharp thing. So it starts off pretty tame, as you'll see. What you do get is the Phoenicians. So it's a man who's a fish, the fish people, the sea peoples, and another one getting out who's bald, who looks white, and he's Arab writing. Yeah, it's Chinese people. So I'm guessing it's an Arab interpretation. This is Asian Arabic of history. So it's the Phoenicians coming out of the water, and this guy's baldy, white looking. Okay. Also, you get these giant Phoenician, whale things that we always see. Unless this is a cap, it's the biggest cap you've ever seen. But you do get giants a lot in this. So anyway, take a look. So the Phoenician coming out of the water, and you get strange critters as well. Nothing strange about the lion, but definitely the dragon as a reality, and giant sea serpents. This one has got a man's head on it. It's a man's head on a serpent. We'll see a lot of strange stuff in this post. Okay. So a dragon again, tiny little wings. So I can't imagine that thing flying very far. So what else are they showing us? Looking up at the sky. And I suppose these look more, I don't know, they don't look Oriental, do they? What language is this? It's Arabic. Might be wrong though. They're looking up at the sky and they're waving their hands like something's there. It's got two little children. Okay. And again, this whale thing that it eats people alive. This guy's got his fiery head going on. He's doing the Michael Jackson. And he's like, what's with this? So they're, like Jonah and the whale. You do get Cynocephaly. I'm not sure what this is. It's got the head, it's been messed up, but it's got a lot of rats, and I think he's dealing potatoes, but I can't be sure what critter it is because his head's been burned out. So you've got animals riding animals, almost as if they're fighting and communicating again. So there's a boar riding a deer, take me to your master, and a load of playful little monkeys. Okay, so this guy, he's hanging off a tree, face burnt out again, or something weird over there. Oh, that's weird. That's open to interpretation. He's like, come on, get down. No. Anyway, he doesn't want to come down. Is he eating? Is he biting his leg? He's like, and eat you. Because he's holding on. He's not tied on. Oh, he's definitely Japanese or something. Okay. So you got some cryptids. So again, like, what we get with the Western pan and Centuria. And you got the pan here, haven't you? Half, I guess, horse. And this one's got the hat-horse thing going on as well. A bit pink. And water people. So it's these mermen coming out of the water again. And this is literally a seahorse made of water. So it's the Phoenicians again. In this narrative. Middle Ages. It's acting like a hieroglyphic but in a different form. Okay. So these are huge giants today. They're looking over the hill. Not sure. He looks like he might be doing a praying thing going on. Also these. Not sure. Anyway. Some more horses coming up from the sea. This one's a bit dirty. So we've seen this loads in Phoenician text. The horses coming up from the sea as well. Okay, that's pretty normal. A camel. So the horse, basically this cow's laughing at this lion. It's got blood squirting out of him. I don't know what happened. Too late for the crime. So more animals riding animals. You have a hyena riding a emu, ostrich, dodo. So apparently hyenas rode birds around. Maybe they paid them a fare. Maybe they were taxis of the day. Not sure about that. One's a baker, candlestick maker. What's that poem? Fuck, my mind's gone blank. It'll come back to me. So what we got is serpents turn up, guys. Yeah, serpents, like the ones apparently that turns up in Ireland. There's Patrick chased away. So I'm not sure if it's Attack of the Birds or literally a stork is eating birds. I can't see that going on though. Don't think they're really cannibalistic. They're not seagulls, are they? And this thing here, don't know what it is, but it's beautiful. So I don't know, it's some aquatic strangeness. I've been trying to have a look. It's like sort of, I don't even know, born out of what? I don't even know, guys. It's too strange. And I'm guessing that's a pheasanty thing. There's nothing strange about that, but it does get strange. So I'm guessing the animals are attacking, because it looks like these birds are trying to peck your fucking eyes out, because they're going Okay, there's always someone looking on as well, pointing at his nose. Bird attacks. Maybe they all just, ooh, yeah, so here's our first dog head, or horse head in this case. But he's got a bottom half of a human, a bit stripy maybe. It's like, you got a head of a horse, fuck off. No, I'm alright, mate. Listen, I might be a bit ugly to you, but I'm really nice. I'm a safe guy. Yeah, alright. Fucking hell, that spooked him. I think what's going on is they're shape-shifting, and I'll tell you why now. It's in the narrative. I read a book once by Stephen King, and there was people turning into dog heads and stuff in elevator shafts, and you couldn't really let them know you could see them, otherwise they'd kill you. So somebody's getting scythed. Which is normal. In the antique world. And this guy is shooting at something in a tree, maybe a beehive, because he's suicidal. Oh, bird's nest. Oh, sorry, he had an accident. He missed with the arrow, bounced off the twig, come back down, stuck in his chest. And the bird come back and he's laughing his head off. Sweet justice, goes. And I'm going to fuck you up. Okay, but you are dressed in orange, so you're going to get it anyway. I don't know the narrative. Maybe if somebody could speak Asian, whatever language that is, Arabic or something. Unless it is the original Japanese and it's changed over time and it's, you know, don't know. Why did you chop the tree down? I don't know. I know, mate. I know. All to get to that bird's nest. You crazy bastard. I heard some evil person last night talking about chopping trees down in Ranty's chat. Yeah, he said, I had a really good day today. I was murdering trees all day. I thought, you motherfucker. I hope if you get to heaven, right, that you just make sure all of the trees come and chop you fucking down. It's the other way around. So a naked person, head burnt out again, and they're sort of hurrying it back into the water. She's a conehead. Blue rabbit, goat. Come on, get the fuck in there. It's really weird. Where's their faces gone? They're chopping all the trees down. That's not a good sign. I know Tai Chi. Yeah. That's what he's doing to him, and he's like, yeah, right, okay. Pissed off and bored. It's the only person he speaks to ever. Oh my god. So apparently they ride other animals and they fucking kill humans. Look what I brought you, master. Look what I brought you. You're happy. You're happy. Take it back. Because they do that, don't they? Yeah. And then you get these. Well, I didn't know. It's not my fault. This shit happens all the time. Chase me, chase me. So, apparently, like, when it comes to the end times, right, the portal opens. Now, these could be, like, you want to hope, like, incubus, yeah, okay, is a psychological thought form, although that is a bit of a head fuck. Right. But what if they spill over and they're actually material form, and like you've got literally demons fighting down the street on your ass, and you have baseball bat them out of the way, yeah? Fucking wicked, fucking batter them all. But this guy, look at him. You'd be chasing your woman down the street going, what? And he's doing a 666 thing. He's saying, hey honey. It's not my fault. Anyway. Oh, there's a dog head. This is definitely a dog head. And it's how it looks like it might be having a tom tit or something. I don't even know. And they're cooking a human, you know. Like I said, strange meat is a thing in the past, okay? Also strange, really strange behaviours, as you see. Just a flat earth British vlog always goes weird. So yeah, I think it's a dog head taking a dump. And giant coffins. You should have pushed that arm in. I think we know what's going on. It's like I'm not sure if it's a giant, but anyway, the fact still remains there's a hand very suspiciously hanging out the coffin. So I don't know about this, but what I got a feeling they do is, you when you do a clam bake, or you wrap like fish in a, you know, like you're on a Hawaiian beach, okay, and you wrap fish in leaves, okay, and coconut on top and stuff, and you stick it in the ground on fire, and it cooks. So I think that's what they're doing to him. So I'm making him nice and comfy, wrapping him up in leaves, getting a little bit of a fire going underneath, a hot rock, putting the shell on top of him, and you'll just like cook nice, yeah, poach, yeah, so it'll spoil. So this one, okay, I know what he's doing. He is Japanese. He's like, what the fuck, mate? Yeah, no, I must do seppuku. Okay, he's using a fucking basically do honey curry, yeah, because he's, you know, whatever bad things have happened. Maybe it's the terrible, you know, background all the time, same background. But it makes no sense. Well, you know, the stupidity in their stupidity. Just because they told you it was a noble thing to do, stick a knife in your gut and rip your guts out and kill you, doesn't mean to say that's a reality. So yeah, if it's a burning bush, you can't really tell what the crime is, but they're dragging him out of a building. He seems fucked up and dead and dying, and the bush is on fire. Okay, so it's been something bad has happened. And then these turn up. So it's like the Christians. Okay, remember, this is not Christian, but angels turn up, or people with wings. Okay, on. What are these peeps? No, I know you can't see them flying because they're flying with the wings, but these are like sort of velcroed on, so it appears that they are flying carpets, maybe. But he's got these fucking thing going on. What's that all about? What's that all about? Keep your hands warm. I don't know. Maybe it means something deeper. Oh fuck all. He's freezing. Oh no, actually he's bound. So the guy with the long hair, who's quite big, he's got his foot bound and his arms bound. I can't specify what this woman has done to him. Maybe she's just going to keep talking to him forever. Looks like he's lost the will to live. And fisticuffs. These guys are real ninjas. You know, I got told on the Flat Earth British scene, somebody spread the fucking rumour, yeah, which is about to be undone by the way, that ninjas weren't a real thing. What's that? Yeah, white ninja. Okay, they don't have to all dress in black, okay? They fight in the day as well. Okay, there's night ninja, there's day ninja. Glad we fucking cleared that up. But their faces are cleared, covered up. Maybe he's not hiding who he is. Okay, maybe poison gas. Anyway, so these are fucking weird looking. Look at his cone head. And what's the matter with his face? And why they all got burns? They all seem really fucked up and injured. I don't think it's a bad paint job, do you? So more Phoenicians turning up. I'm not sure what's going on with these two, but they look British. They don't. Well, they may be a little bit Oriental. But they got modern day boxer shorts on from like Maxis. It's weird. But like I said, guys, you know, to find out what's in your future, look in your past. Yeah, Maxis of old. Now I can't verify what these are, but I would say that these dog heads that we're going to be looking at a little bit later. Okay, with long hands. And that same obnoxious background. I think that might be a rat. Yeah, so a lot of them. Loads of people have documented these things. This guy's got a monkey on his back. Is he? No, it's a snake. It's a snake man. It's like, I love you so much. Could you get the fuck off me? He's got nice. Look at his red slippers. Click your ankles 3 times and say I want to go home. Orange hat. Is that tree on fire? So I don't know what the snake man is. Do you want to see the snake man again? It's not my fault. This is so weird. It is flat British. No, that is definitely a giant. He's trying to poke him in the balls. So this is what was going on only a few hundred years ago, apparently. I don't know what this is. It's like he's got his head in a cloud and he's gone peekaboo. But you know, he's got. Oh, look at this. He's got the fucking boobs going on, the mammalians. And this guy's trying to. Maybe they're just being friendly or trying to tickle him or something. No, they're in the trenches. It's a Titan attack. Cool, eh? I know. We have the best usage. I don't know. It's a giant ponygramid because this is how big things are growing back then. Okay, it's the heightened electromagnetism because you can basically stimulate plant growth using electric. Covered it on my vlogs. So that's pretty normal. Fucking one another up with sticks. That's exactly the sort of thing you would do. Okay. No. Boyish behaviour. I don't know what to make of these. They're a little bit bigger than them, but it might be a perspective thing. But is this like tribal painting? Or are they really like that? Or are they kiss of the day? Who even knows? Guys, what do you reckon? I noticed they got smooth bits as well. So they're not defined. Might be angels. Something. Angels got smooth bits. I'm not sure. Collecting the food for later. So I'm not sure what this blue thing is. I suspect that it's mud, but it's coloured blue. This guy's bending over, starkers, and these are climbing up the tree. And these are staring at this guy's arsehole for some fucking reason. She's like, yeah. I don't know, guys. It is the Japanese if it is, and you know what they're like. I can't be sure, but all I can say is she's got nothing on the top half. She's topless. So, who even knows? One can guess, I suppose. So, more Phoenicians. So, they like a bit of bath. No, you cannot be fucking Chinese. You might have a Chinese Fu Manchu moustache, but you haven't. You look a bit Chinese. So, what's going on there, guys? But the original occupants of China were Caucasian anyway. Japan. And China. And Ginger or something. The Tartarians were wiped out. So, it's the 3 Magi. Yeah? Don't worry too much about the frankincense next time, okay? Hit the ground. So that could be like the Eastern version of the Nativity. Might made that up completely. So here's an altar, but they're worshipping the holy purple cube. And it might be a box of chocolates. They might be chocolatiers. There's a way to get to people's souls through the magic of chocolate. This man, at first I thought he was a tree. You know, like the way people get changed into frogs all the time, don't they? So I thought it was a tree. But no, he's been tied to a tree. And they're doing this, like he's tied to a tree. Oh yes, so he is. And they just left her at that. because it's a very strange world in the past. You'd have to dig too deeply. But as I said, don't worry about things, guys. If things get a bit rough, like, it's not as if they're getting rid of the food source, or, you know, closing, or, you know, telling people in America to get rid of all the cattle and murder them all, you know, eugenics, and stopping all the crops. And when I went to the shops every day this week, there's hardly anything on the shelves. Yeah, it's Heinz fucking beans, Heinz fucking soup, or pot noodles. Yippee fucking do, at my local shop. So it's a bit, you know, shit. So when that runs out, then people think about their children. You know, you got to feed your kids, and some people are just narcissistic, couldn't give a fuck. So first, the cats, dogs, rats, blah blah blah, and then all the food's gone, and it's only like a month or two, because it don't take long, because people are greedy. They've been sat in, getting used to eating all day for fucking ever. This is what they do then. In this case, eat him alive. Okay. I'll have a bit of cheek. It's a bit of a cheek, having a bit of cheek. But, you know, it's the way of the world, guys, apparently. And a blue elephant. Yeah, white ones are worshipped in China, I believe, but the blue ones are very specific. They're Phoenician elephants, and they come from a watery world, not in here. I found a map last night, tried to bring it up. Oh, the dog head's not well. He's got corona. I've tried to bring it up, but it's lost in with other maps, and you can find it yourself. I'll give you the link. Oh my god, it was fucking brilliant to give you a proper half a Hyperborean map of that's land in the North Pole, if you're not aware. This there. So yeah, the dog heads either been wrapped, ready to cook in a kebab nature, okay, like people will be in the future. If it's not soiled on green, okay, and rat on a stick, it'd be head on a stick. Tripitaka. Okay, the wise monk Tripitaka, who either has been given a flying carpet or has a scathing mirror or something else equally as sinister. Not the flying carpets are sinister, they're not, they're fucking epic, and I want one. I'm guessing that's a coffin. Okay, he's holding his nose because he's like, that stinks. Causes miasma, causes fucking disease. Dead bodies cause disease. Okay, more death. Fuck me, this is like the worst apocalyptic book since Apocalypse. I'm afraid I can't verify what he's died of, but he's holding his nose again, and as he's wiping a tear. Yeah. Showing feelings. Human nature. I'm not sure. Could be concubinage. He seems to have a cheeky grin on his face. She's in a green blanket, but I could be completely fucking wrong and wrongly interpreted that being mine. I don't know what these are. I fucking don't know. They're too spooky and weird. This guy's just being carried in when he's got no legs. It's like, and this box, coffins, yes, these. It really is open to interpretation, that, but then people are very, very fucking sinister. What about this guy? So he's a Phoenician. He just come out of the water. So he's Aquaman, and he got this thing going on with his head. So. He's holding his nose. Is it because of the smell up here? Can't stand humans. Smith. And this, he come out of the water and he puked up all fucking sea. He's like, I just come out of the sea, I gotta get rid of that. And this bear's been whitewashed. So, open to interpretation. So, as I said, it's all a bit fucking strange. Oh, this guy. Oh, yeah. I don't know if this is interhumanary love. Okay, maybe that's something else that happens in the fucking Mad Max world. He's like, oh no, it's just he's giving his dog a kiss. I suppose that's. I don't know. What if the dog been licking something? You know, they shouldn't have. Fucking, oh, they did. You do. So yeah, it was a woman in the green thing. Okay, as you can see, this is always a telltale sign of femininity. Okay. Although it could be a man. You can never tell with the mammalians these days, okay? She's crying. So sorry, love, I've got to let you go. That means be eaten. So, a useful use of antiquitech in the past. Okay. That's where you're going to meditate. Even the birds singing around him. But obviously I can't verify, but it's something to do with the technology. Something to interpretation. So he's either got tech, a mace, Oh, he's having a game of hockey, croquet. Oh, that other one, that fucking Prince bloke fucking plays. Mirror. Broken mirror. He's in the broken mirror. Her face is missing. Is this trippy? Is your head weirded out about all this? Well, either they fragmented the dude or just broke a picture. I suppose he could have broke a picture. Unless they trapped him in the mirror and broke the mirror and he's staying in there forever. On the right side. Because we're in the reflection, maybe. So is there more crying going on? So I don't know, too sinister. Looks like just a bit of normal arguments. And then, again, you get like these fucking angel dudes and the Gyants. You know, this guy's in his four-poster bed, having a kip. Maybe. Face is blacked out. And this baldy white angel dude's turned up and he's a giant. Fucking hell. So all of this in the recent past. More crying going on. Holy fucking hell, was crying. And these, look, see these happy hats. I'm guessing it's a crown. A crown. So yeah, nothing abnormal about riding camels. I noticed this red brick. But the monkeys are really clever. Like I said, all the animals got mega intelligence this period. He's up a lemon tree. It's like, here, sir. Oh, he's got him on a lead. He's carrying his handbag. No, he's tug-of-warring him with his handbag. So, then I go with a happy hat again. So what sinisterism we got going on here? Don't know. Collecting some mud to make something. Open to interpretation. And a partridge in a pear tree. So fauna and flora. These are plant people. Get them too. So they're people born from plants, which you see in Ovid's. I suppose Odyssey, the Roman poet Ovid, which is, funnily enough, the name of the virus that they made up. See, Ovid, which is about a change in a paradigm, and in this case, it's when, like, as you can see in Bernini sculptures all over my channel, look on the Tartarian channel, people turn into plant, like Swamp Man. Plant people, guys, plant people. So it's dog-head people, plant people, we got them all in here. Giants too, flamey head fucking dudes. Juicage! So it looks like it's just post-mud flood. This guy's levitating, as you do. He's like, what gives? How are we managing to float? Who knows? Because he's happy. I brought you a fish. Don't know. Like I said, they're open to interpretation. Beautiful colour. Look at the size of these birds. It's like the Tower of London, isn't it? They say if the ravens ever leave the Tower of London, London will fall. I don't know what they mean by fall. Fall or fall over. Stupid sayings. So yeah, more. It is the Arab world, isn't it? But they got like fucking Chinese. I can't really verify exactly where this place would be. So the Japanese-looking angels in what looks like a Tartarian, Moorish field, Arabic world. So he's an Arabic, no doubt about it, isn't he? Or is he Genghis Khan? So I gather he's just fucking jumped off there to get away from him, but he could be giant. Ooh. What the fuck is it? What if they're a reality? This one's not too bad. Look, he's got pants on. The other one went right fucking weird, didn't he? But his head's on fire. I don't know what this blue pyramid is. You're in a blue pyramid and a blue pyramid. It's on two Phoenician lions. She's a psychic or something. He's carrying her. So yeah, I reckon they're a reality. I don't think they're just psychological forms. I think in the end of the days, they probably come through for a fucking baseball bat motorway when it comes flying at you. Shit. You fucking angry. So yeah. They could do that for like literally ever and ever and ever. Nothing will ever happen to either of them. So bits of don't know, the bush is on fire again. Get that long. Might be sticks, you're right. Starforts. I don't know, guys. It's pretty hard to fucking even gauge what's going on in this insanity book. What about these two? Yeah? Mark calling Orson. Come in, Orson. Mark calling Orson. Yeah, no wonder he fucking passed out looking at them two. It's like, oh, do you think they'll eat me? So, I'm not sure if these are just... I don't know, it's all too strange. My head's just tripped out now. Just filling up your pot from the... because you're in a siege. Hope it's not contaminated by poison. And you get these strange Phoenician watery things. I'm not sure if they set up their structure of their civilization on the shape of a Phoenician whale, but I think they might, you know. So more blue elephants. Unfortunately, this guy's getting like his gut ripped out, you know, because it's just fucking carnage in the world. Again, water, fire, and this outlet like a dock. So I think they based their... this is Phoenician technology. Oh, she's landed. She's not... oh, he. So it's landed. That's a kingage. He's doing a bit of like kingy sucky yuppie thing here. Don't do that. I don't know. I just don't know. He's so omnipotent and powerful with the guy with the face mask on, or his face is missing. One looks like he's out of South Park, right? That one look at him made you just turn into flames and burn alive. But I think it's likely he's just cooking them. No, there's nothing to make him cook. Open to interpretation. Oh, there's another one. Wonder why they're cooking. That's someone else as well. Gosh, it's so exciting. It's like the best movie I've ever seen. Maybe they're not dead and dying. Maybe they're just flamey people. Like get dog at people. Why not flamey people? Sorry, I don't know. Right. Water features. Docks and stuff. Because they're colour blue, I'm guessing. Yeah. Spanner. Yeah. Okay. And I guess in that is tech. Water tech. Again. Okay then. So anything weird going on here? Oh, he just sort of tickling his leg. Oh, it's going to happen again. This guy's spontaneously fucking maybe they're all spontaneously combusting. Maybe that happens. Activated pyrons in the system. Yeah. Maybe that happens. Just naturally. Maybe it's part of like, you know, the mechanism. When things change. When the crunch happens. If the crunch happens. I think this guy's hung himself. Yeah, he's hung. Oh, look at this guy with the crazy fucking purple hair. These are hiding behind here. So we've got blue gym jams on. It got weird. I think he chopped his arms off and he hung him. Look, it's not my fault, alright? All this depravity. It's just works out. It's not my fault. So yeah, it's definitely Arabian Tower. But this time we've got an Oriental chap. He's jumping off it, trying his wings out for the first time. It's weird, isn't it? Right, you know, his head's alright, but he's been slain. Is that a giant? Is that David? So this could be a Tartarian type text. But there's a lot of Phoenician sort of overtones. Look at this guy, yeah. Giant fucking, or whatever it is. Giant scorpion. There's another one later. So yeah, go and rescue the maiden. That's all in proper order. Got a carpet there. And basically tie, you know, is this a book of tortures? Tie your woman's hair to the tails of horses and let them gallop off. Make sure there's 2 horses for maximum gallop. Wouldn't they be kicking her in the head as they run? Yeah, they would. But head would come off. That makes no sense. So yeah, that's pretty shit. Whoever thought that up, but they're pretty imaginative human beings, aren't they? Especially when it comes to like torture thoughts. So I don't know. It's like a blue water monster cutting in a purple water monster. You see his face? Like noises. And I don't know what these two. So yeah, really trippy, isn't it? Really fucking trippy. She's just checking out her nice new fashionable lamp. Oil burner thingy. This is Marks and Sparks for basically laser lamps. You see my new laser lamp? Where did you buy it? Oh, it's a fucking new tech place down the high street, mate. You gotta check it out. Look. I want one. And there's one there. Wow. It's like magic. No, it's not, mate. Magnetised light, mate. Small altar thing going on. I see this sword, the way he's carrying it. Don't trust that. I've seen John Wick. What is this? So he's playing, basically, he's got like cruelty towards animals. This is probably a really nice, maybe not, aquatic, maybe not, dragon creature, which he's smacking on his saucepan going, where's your mama gone? Where's your mama gone? Away like that to him over and over again because he's a bit of a nutter. You can see that, obviously. Not like me. So you get these as well, they're in reality. So it's Tails of Fox. Fucking hell. Who needs stealth bombers? Who needs fucking Apache helicopters? All you need is one of them and you're in business. Ship miles, like missiles. I'm afraid I can't be sure, but it's like this orange onesie and this green onesie in such a time frame's freaking me fucking out a bit. Oh, angels have bongs, apparently. 2 litres. Yeah. Anything nice? Yeah, no, it's not bad. So, in case you never knew. Okay. They also ride birds. That's how they get around as well. They got massive pigeons. Cool. Cool. Well, I amuse myself anyway. So make sure to subscribe my channel. We got loads more to come, but I'll hurry through because my son is visiting as well, and things are really, really busy over here on Flat Earth British, and this will be uploaded 9 o'clock tonight, GMT, in a year sometime. So yeah, I think this is a giant angel. Can't verify where these things are from, but they have got wings, and there's the civilization they built. There's water all the way around, but it might not be. It's hard to know. Can't see any buildings. Look at this. So trippy. And they got the 4 angels, but I can't verify what that is. So, oh, fucking hell. I think this is a genie, maybe? No. So apparently these monkey couple have just showed up with today's quota board. And he's looking pissed. He's a tax collector. The Phoenicians come out of the water. Can you sort me out with some of that nice red stuff that got me so bollocks yesterday? And there's these little demons bugging. He's like, oh, for fuck's sake. They're all on the want. Tax man. Phoenicians give me piss. And the demons. Like, I'll just poke your eye out with this stick. Like that. Well, that's the way my eyes interpreted it. I might be wrong. Yeah, it's water features. They built a water civilization. That's interesting. I think that might be a statue. It's going, ooh. He's wondering too. Is it real? Is it a statue? Interesting nevertheless. We move on. So as far as I can make out, guys, okay, these 2 strange standing up intelligent wildebeest, or whatever they are doing Saturday Night Fever. It's just fucking spooky, guys. Who even knew? But history always repeats itself, so obviously the Bee Gees were around in the past. Silly not to think it. Anyway, so yeah, ward features. This got a smiley face in this one, but I'm just guessing the artist was just really comical. You can't get me. You can't get me. I don't know what the cube is, guys, but you know, they're into cubism. So I feel like similarities between this and the Voynich Manuscript. People are telling me all the time, have for years now. You think the Voynich Manuscript was Phoenicians? I don't know. If it was in the mainstream and like millions of people are looking at it and all that, I think it was like, just don't look at it. Okay, all the good stuff and all the juice is like hidden. You got to dig it out. And the truth is no secret. Okay, the terrifying truth is no secret. It was there all the time. We just started to decode it. They left a puzzle for us to follow. pieces were there. We're not there yet, but enough to win the war, eh? So yeah, this watery serpent is having like... Do you know what they look like? They're clutching it, which is hugging Welsh. Ah, nice fiery, watery, serpenty. I can't verify that, it's too weird. Okay, bit of spring cleaning. Ooh. How? It's fucking how. We won't switch you half out. We wouldn't do that. I wouldn't. So maybe water blowing or just getting the fires going. Trippy fire, all of the colour on there. Okay. Any more strangeness? Yeah, just a burning bush hit the floor, a bit like Moses with his burning bush. And more burning bushes. Oh, this could be Pisces. Upside down naked man and a guy looking on. Okay. Old man go butt, and this one is a guy. I don't know, I guess strange. These naked people keep turning up and throwing me. It's like, what the fuck's going on here? So yeah, having a crash on that same hideous background with a giant scorpion. And obviously the land is problemized with giant serpentage. Okay, I wonder what he's selling. Okay. The lion. Smacky. So I don't know. A lot of grovelling going on. There's the crab. Could these be celestial things? And that naked guy again, another guy looking on. Oh, very sinister. And this watery thing going on. Oh, I've seen this before, serpents in the years like this. Don't worry, son. It'll be alright. You can take her off my hands. Hula hoop's been around a long time. This one, however, is a laser hula hoop, which is fucking carved that cow clean in half. It hasn't fallen over yet, because basically it's just happened. Have you seen my new laser hula hoop? Fucking dangerous back in the past, guys. Yeah. See all them laser beams and all that on Resident Evil? Got fuck all on this book. Yeah? Wow. He's got a purple book. I had this from my Phoenician masters. Pray tell, what does it say? Well, you find out now. Oh, he's going to give it to us, the story in musical form with the grapes in a Bacchuside nature. Yeah, that's going to go well. He is from Trumpton. I can't remember the Trumpton True. You probably don't know what Trumpton is if you're from America. Well, I'll tell you what Trumpton is. It's just like Candlewick Green. Okay? Oh, fucking hell. It's just all too weird. Sorry, he's in purple as well, and he's Phoenician, and he got wings. Wow. I don't know why I done that noise. I don't know what that means either, but I'm looking at this shape. It's like the Phoenician coding, but in this form. It's a very similar scenario, you know, opposing. It's floating boxage. Double levitation, yeah. Oh, how many times have we caught this? No, that's not him in the mirror, obviously, because he's not looking in the mirror. So what he has is Antiquity's version of a mobile phone device where he's Skyping and saying, have you seen this? Fucking have a look. Guys, that's not his face. Okay? This can't be. So anyway, really weird. And it's in purple because it's Phoenician. Okay, let's move on because there's hundreds of these pictures. I'll give you the link, you can go through them yourself. So it's a bit of Sol. So it's definitely the Phoenicians. And they're starting to get, you know, the origins of their Hinduism going on. Okay. Who are these people? They're Japanese, Chinese angels with Arab people, and they're giants. And they got scales where they're weighing shit up. Weighing up our sins. Oh yeah. That is Jumbo the elephant. He's gone to join the circus. You don't look very happy. Oh, it's quite sort of cute. It reminds me of that North Korean premier. Yeah, what's his name? You know, the one with the fat cheeks. What like that with? Luke Kim is his name. Oh, feel sorry for him, for a dictator. I wish he had more luck. This one's a Phoenician fish. Woman, man. So angels and fish, these wings that you see in angels, we have prostrated, apart from being magnetic fields, but they're fucking fins, like fish fins. And not for flying, they're for fish fins. This is all water stuff, coming out of the water. Seahorses, look how beautiful that is. Stunning colour in these. Millions love it. Oh, he's got a trumpet. He's got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and all of them got different sound out of him. I bet that sounds celestial excellent. Yeah. Be wicked. Be wicked in heaven. Yeah. Fucking rocks. Yeah. Oh, there you are. There's a demon, the devil, looking over, watching. He's going to interfere. He's going to interfere, try and fuck things up. He's like, I'm out of here. Plop. Oh, dear, dear, dear. Oh, your mind works. Okay, so we've got a guy with a futuristic. He's a stormtrooper. He's brought in a wok, or a microwaving device, to put over this fella's head. You can't say that's not technical. Stuff in it. He's red underneath, guys. What is it then? Just bringing him a wok when he's got a fucking stormtrooper helmet on. Explain. This is antiquity. Far off antiquity. A lot of it missing. And here's some of their textiles. Very sweet. And I'm afraid, you know, well, obviously I'm interpreting it as an Arab writing, but the book is like history of not an Arab country. It's really, really, really strange. So I hope you enjoyed them. I think they're fucking fantastic. There's the book here. I'm going to give it to you to read yourselves anyway. So the European version of what we just looked at is basically this sort of thing, which I've shown you many times. Yeah, you get like, it's all like fleur-de-lis, papal hat, and it's all about electromagnetics. You get these faceless night setups, and all very strange goings on. Okay, as you will see. And there's always carnage. It's in a post-apocalyptic world. As you see, Greco-Romano, you know, this guy's turning up. Yeah, he's got no arms. Or is he a statue just been put there? Because he's looking at him. That's why you get statues walking in the past. Really bugs me, that. Blind. So Justice, who could be Concord, she's on all civic buildings, but she's blindfolded. So it's Blind Justice. Yeah. Blind Justice. But she's blindfolded, because I reckon. And this guy's got like, he is so hot with electric, you can see his skeleton. He's basically negativing. Yeah, I think that's what's going on, because you got serpents. They're hanging up everyone in the background. It's a mud-flooded world, and these strange fucking deities with 2, 3 heads. And they're the same sort of thing you see in Indian texts, early America and the Floridians. See this? The key crossed with the sword. It's code. Celestial goings on. Look at this guy's flying a boat in the sky. The Phoenicians indeed. In this case, the Jesuits. Spanish Succession War of 1701 to 1714. This was made during. So I'm guessing it's going to be incredibly violent, is what I'm guessing. Oh, no, I was wrong. Only a few pages in, and everyone's getting chopped into pieces. Look, guys, I don't design my vlogs to end up all out of carnage. I'm just afraid we decode antiquity, and history shows that it's a shit in the past, and everyone's fucking killing one another. He's Satanist. Is that bacon? That looks like. He's in a circle with a celestial thing around him. Yeah, that's witchcraft. And he's got a fucking scepter. A wand. So she's hiding from some sort of blast. They're hunting her out. So some sort of thermal imagery device here. This really strange guy. The W. Which is an upside down M. Which is 2 V's. Is this? Open to interpretation. I know what their official narrative is. We've studied the W and is in, you know, where it came in, you know, in the VV. So they had chess, backgammon, and what looks like a Kazi. So basically, you could sit there and have a game of chess, which is a bloody good idea, I think. So, all at Armageddon, and in this case, the unicorn is very much alive in early 1700s. But like, it's been an apocalypse. Everyone's missing bits. We got the M and the W's, the VV. In a plasma burst. It comes to me later. I sees all this and I'll just jumble through it in my brain like with you lot. And then it was printing press and it's squashing a man underneath it. Fluidly. And then I'll go through it in my mind and then I'll just like have a realization. So he's dropping all the money. No, bread. He's eating bread. He looks a bit disheveled, looks apocalyptic. So they're squashing this guy under the press. Phew, I bet that's messy. Squish, squish, squish. Eyes. Be like them eyes when Arnold Schwarzenegger's on pretending to be on Mars in Total Recall. Or Mask. Mask is a good film. Just saying. I really don't know what's going on, but there's a jackal. So what's the time? What's the time? Let me check. Please make sure to share this out, subscribe and everything else. It's 7:19. I'm guessing I've been a long time. This guy's getting his stuff fucking pecked up by eagles, as you do. Is that a flying cat? I don't know. It's a parakeet. Eagles. Eagle. Okay, I can't verify. But this lady's got glasses on because spectacles are completely normal in 1701. Okay, they're all wearing them, and she's doing a bit of planting because there's nobody around. There's been a quarantine. We've run out of food. There's mass starvation, as you can see by my shitty clothes and my terrible hairdo. But I got a bit of sun behind my head because I have superpowers. Because I'm not of this world. I'm Atlantean, you know. Yeah, that's right, Phoenician. Yeah, I have super abilities. Felt very fucking strange. I don't even think Phoenicians, you know, are human. You know, they got like no human bits or anything or smooth bits. It's all fucking weird. Yeah, and they're tiny. And there's just something going on with them all. Yeah, and they're baldy. And they got syphilis. A lot of them in the 1700s. Don't know. We'll get to the bottom of all this very, very iffy fucking case. Hey. So. Excusez-moi. I want to get that off. So we're looking into dog heads next, okay, is the Cynocephaly. And we've talked about this 1,000 times because they're all over the Map of Monday. We won't be looking at the Map of Monday in this because it takes forever. But this has been in all sorts of documents and text right through history, is the dog-headed man. Okay, and they're in nursery rhymes and children's stories, and ancient Egypt, Anubis is a jackal, was a dog head, and werewolves, lycanthrope. Anyway, Cynocephaly or Cynocephalius, having the head of a dog or a jackal, is widely assessed mythical phenomenon existing in many different forms and contexts. The literal meaning of Cynocephalia is dog-headed. However, that refers to the human body where the dog head is implied, such as cynocephalytics are known in mythology and legends and many parts of the world, including Egypt, Greece, and China. Further mentions in the medieval East and Europe and popular culture, cynocephalics have been encountered in characters in books, comics, graphic novels. Okay, so I'll give you an idea of some of the things. And what I started looking into then is the Grimm's brothers, because they wrote Little Red Riding Hood, and the story of that is she's being stalked by a wolf. He pretends to be a grandmother. Oh, what big teeth you have, blah blah blah, and then he ends up eating her. Oh, he's going to eat her, and in another narrative he gets killed by the woodcutter. But them Grimm's brothers tales are really fucking clue-edge, guys. I'll show you in a minute. So St. Christopher, yeah, he's a giant, yeah, he's a doghead, and he's a shit, apparently. Yeah, so why is he the guardian, the saint of fucking travel? Yeah, no wonder there's so many fucking plane crashes. Anyway, so dogheads in Christian world, Marco Polo, Alexander the Great, they're in the Mappa Mundi, and on a nation wood carving, brass rubbing from a church. I used to do brass rubbings from churches. Zodiacal dog from a tomb. Okay, interesting. So, St. Christopher, okay, is covertly identified as St. Christopher. He's doghead, okay. His background, dog-headed Christopher is laid in the reign of Emperor Diocletian, a man named Ruberus. That sounds like Remus, like Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome. Anyway, I'm not going to be reading all of that, but there's a link to the Canaanites here, which are the Phoenicians. Okay. And they have been Charlemagne, the Norse. They're in all sorts of historical narratives in the medieval era. Okay, Marco Polo's, he wrote about them. So apparently, in China and in modern appearances, they're in Ghost Rider and all different Black Archer, and all different films and Netflix. But what I got to think about was Little Red Riding Hood. Okay, and these Grimm's brothers, okay, they're a little bit sinister anyway. I read a little bit about their lives. Mid 1800s, lived in this place. There they are. And a little bit different to the Hans Christian Andersen. This is him lecturing in the 1800s. He was a schoolmaster. So one can only imagine what much of a shit. And there's their graves, the Grimms. And they did Little Red Riding Hood, which is a dog. But they tell you they shapeshift. St. Christopher is a shapeshifter. So Sleeping Beauty, she goes to sleep with a poisoned apple, and is walking by a prince. Isn't that a fucking interesting tale? Poison apple. Hansel and Gretel. There's a house made of sweeties and their children, and they go in, and there's an old witch, and she fucking eats them. It's a warning to all children. And more. The tales of Grimm's brothers are sinister as shit. Piper of Hamelin. It's a bit like the modern day. Well, the Queen told you, and the Who told you, they're coming to take your children. What are you going to do about it? Well, we're setting up a breakaway civilization, and it's ongoing. If you want involvement in that, stick around. I'll give you more information soon. So they are the brothers Grimm. I think they're aptly named as well, because they are pretty fucking grim, and all their tales are really sinister, and an underlying theme of fucking killing children, apparently. And this is what they bring children up with when you're a kid, is the sweetie collector and everything like that. So let me just show you a few images. Excuse me, messing things up here. I've got some pictures of dog heads. Let's have a look. So that's the Christian one, and you get them on some of the cosmographias. So armies of dog heads. In the case of the werewolf, only in a full moon does it turn into a werewolf or a wolf, and it's a human the rest of the time. So this is Anubis, who was also a doghead, a jackal. Afraid I don't know. It looks something like Alice in Wonderland. Okay, so these roamed the land, a mud-flooded wilderness, and they were intelligent, apparently savage though, dog-headed men of Amagainen. So an entire place occupied by them, spoken about by Marco Polo. Do the Dog-Headed Men Have Souls? By Ratimerus in 850 AD. Because there were so many of them around and they were so shitty. This is a wallaby, a Bellini, also in the Mappa Mundi, also a cryptid, or a cryptoid. And there they are, the dogheads. They had a bit of a furry coat on. See this quite often. Eating a rabbit in this case, hunting. And dog. That says Magog, dog. So yeah, and that's the ones on the Mappa Mundi. These are these Bellinis, also witnessed by Alexander the Great. And there he is, the giant shit that is supposed to be St. fucking Christopher. And they're right through antiquity. Different gods, or different deities, are dogheads. There's no unusual. Also in Middle Ages art, seems to be a pretty normal thing. Look at this guy, he's got it going on. Or she, I don't even know. Handbag. Little number going on. Fucking hell. They had some style, didn't they, guys? What do you think? Huh? Strike a pose. So yeah, anyway, dogheads. Moving on. Contemporary music and clues for the apocalyptic or the reset nature of this place and the terrifying truth. Okay, and I think the 90s album Acton Baby by U2, who were definitely social engineers. I don't believe they write their own lyrics. These are from the Tavistock Institute, and I think this was loads of bands: Queen, Talking Heads, stacks of bands. We'll sing about what's going to happen. And this one, The Fly. So let's have a read of this. Oh, baby child, it's no secret that the stars are falling from the sky. It's no secret that our world is in darkness tonight. They say the sun is sometimes eclipsed by the moon. You know I don't see you when she walks in the room. When she walks in the room. Our room. This place. Who's she, guys? You know I don't see you when she walks in the room. I don't think they're talking about a human. I think they're talking about sky events, obviously, because the whole narrative is spooky. It's no secret that a friend is someone who lets you help. It's no secret that a liar won't believe anyone else. They say a secret is something you tell another person. So I'm telling you, child. A man will beg, a man will crawl on the sheer face of love, like the fly on a wall. It's no secret. When she walks in the room, whoever that is, or whatever that is. It's no secret that the conscience can sometimes be a pest. It's no secret ambition bites the nails of success. Every artist is a cannonball, every poet is a thief. Hang on. All kill their inspiration and sing about their grief. Thanks, Law. I'll text you in a bit. It's my son. On his way home, but I'm vlogging. And can't do it why. Anyway, this is going to go on. What's the time now? I'm going to have to move on. This is fucking stunning, this is. This is a book of maps and the cluages galore. But this thing of starforts is absolutely stunning. And it gives you weaponry. Now, we've talked about cannon for quite some time, and it gives you the interior of cannon here and the ordnance they so have, and also mortar. But check this ordnance. What kind of ordnance is that? Is that shot? So that shot of a cannon looks nothing like a cannonball. In fact, none of these things look like cannonballs. Canister, shot, fire, balloon. And different types of bombs that you wouldn't expect for this period of time. Okay, and it gives you sort of electromagnetic, I think, or fiery weapons, but the details are absolutely stunning. Oh, damn, this vlog went a little bit longer than I anticipated, but you know, happens. Starfortage. And you get to these things, sure. So these are the innovations of man and their ability to wreak carnage on one another. The famous old cannonball pyramid. I'll show what this one is, this fiery rod. Okay, what else we got? So, starforts, defences, and the weaponry. Now, these are two fasces by the look of them, and this is like firing a projectile, but it's like bent. It looks like a bazooka. So many anomalous arms in this. Okay, normal cannon, but the ordnance they're firing is far from normal. Look at all these things. Oh, they're for loading cannon. And this thing here, I'm not sure what it says, but it's, you know, it's fiery. And it's like a bazooka, but what would be the mechanism for it? How would it work? Gunpowder? What would it do? Looks fucking apocalyptic. I wouldn't want that, you know, coming forward to you on a line. So I'll link that to you. Let's take some more looks at some of these little mappage we got going on here. There's one of them that shows you an azimuthal equidistant, and it shows you massive cleavage, like, you know, in this case island California, and this giant landmass up in the north with a defined border, nothing in the south. It's all Phoenician coded. Look at this thing. What do you think this is? Smellometer? Telescope? What's the time on that clock he's pointing at? Working out something in the sky. It seems to be important. Whatever could it be? So use these Phoenician deities again. And they're all over the artwork. Hermes and the gang. So I'm guessing that is an unformed Caspian Sea in a completely different shape, so I can't imagine what's happened there. Okay, so an interesting map. Let's have a look through some more. There's also these devices, which will give you azimuthal. As you can see, you got the azimuthal equidistant, so there's no Antarctica, it's just looking down, as the map should be, a flat earth map. But Spitsbergen's sure okay, but they got a landmass and a defined line. So California is a complete island, Nova Mexico, and there's a giant landmass here. There's a few of them in this booklet, really, really intriguing. Siberia, you don't get you get Tunguska, China, Nanking, but you don't get any Tartarian in this. But they definitely show you a defined edge. This is for miles, where anything is from one another. Like name a city, and it will tell you the distance in miles. So it's an incredibly clever chart. We did one like it when I was in school, but it was only limited cities. And Egypt. These lakes are still there. I have studied this map extensively. And nothing says it should be by the pyramids, by the way. So first. So to start off, there's all these strange sphinxes. Okay, you didn't see the one with wings before, did you? And they got these kilns operating, or hatcheries. It's really strange. It seems to be after events, and like I said, you know, in most places in the world you've got this going on, especially in Egypt with these Phoenician deities, the strange jugs, and the really strange rituals and behaviours. It's all really like this, for example. Look, I'm floating. No, there's men holding you on a rope. No, a bit like they do on the ISS when you pretend that they're not fucking on wires. Anyway. So there's cleavage galore. There's one there, up to the Delta and Alexandra, etc. If it'll clear. Okay. And what you find is it's covered in starforts. All the way down is starforts on the Nile, which you're not going to find in a modern day. Look at the size of this Cairo starfort, and here across the river by the pyramids. It's just incredible. I had no idea. Yeah, there's the pyramids. And stacks of them all the way down, huge starfort systems in Africa. And I haven't seen any of these starforts in the modern day. I've been looking for them. I guess I should get on Google Earth, because there's so many starforts all the way down the Nile. Okay, all the way down the Nile. Starforts. So that's first time I'll be honest, first time I've seen starforts all the way down on the Nile on this mappage, all the way down the Nile to some sort of interchange, which they call the cataract, which has to be literally a fucking monumental feat. Starfort, NASA. All the pyramids. It's just mad. Really fucking good. All the way down to Sudan. It's just crazy stuff, guys. And you got Europe, Persia in this case. Okay. And I guess you get the Phoenicians. All clear. So yeah, brilliant maps. Check this out. What do you reckon on that? Can't be exact what that is, guys, but it's some sort of like papyrus. So he's having he got a stool, got a new stool. It works for him. Oh, and look at this for starfort age. So the information's here. German voltage. Phoenicians and beautiful fortage. Also a church machine. So and more mappage, but you get absolutely brilliant azimuthal equidistant mappage. What's this place? That's interesting, isn't it? Anyway, so there's this many guys. This many, and they're all fucking way good. And if you mag up on the Phoenician detailed depictions, a lot of them show you floods, apocalypses, Holland, Germany, Scandinavia. Absolutely brilliant stuff. Some of the best map resources going. We're moving on. Right, this is a book of mud flooded buildings from antiquity. From 1587 question mark, so 1855 they say ruins, mythological, classical, so we know the style, so it's Rome, etc. But what you're going to get is everything's ruined and it's in deep mud at that period. Okay, so there's definitely been an event that took out all of this Phoenician and Greco-Roman architecture. Everything's stood in mud and the people are living like poo, a lot of them. Okay, and it's this same strange Phoenician thing going on, but they had time to do bunkers, so they knew something was coming in the past. I know this for a fact. They got ready because there was a lot of survivors. You see, they're just living out in the open, rudimentary, out in the mud. You know, you don't build all of this fucking sublime architecture and when it's all smashed, everything's covered in mud. You know, there's no pavements, nothing. It's been mud flooded. Nothing else. It's all been underwater. Silt, ash, from apocalyptic events. Here's the giant of Colossus. And some battling going on for power in apocalyptic events. You see? Everyone just scurrying around, crawling. Like a fly off a wall. And that's what the old world looked like, look. If I go reset. It was absolutely beautiful. Except for their weird religious shit going on there with this fucking Phoenician thing. It was very sinister. There was something else going on. It was Tartarian before then. It was beautiful and aesthetic. And how'd this happen? See what I mean? You know, bunkers and like grottos. And this case here is the burning of civilization is undergoing. It's happening as we speak. I suppose you could think it was Sodom and Gomorrah, but I don't really know. Check that pyramid there. And look at all this ruined world. Just fucking nuts. There's 90 odd of them there anyway. I will link them to you. Everything you see here, I'll be linked, but I have to move on, otherwise you won't be seeing this till late. Okay, but they are really cool. Let's move on. It's a book of photographs I was looking at here, right, of old bridges from 1859, really early, alright, in France. But check this one out, and I spotted something really intriguing. I can't work it out. I'll show you now. If you just mag up this bridge here, okay, in France, so really early photograph. And what I've wondered was, this isn't a bridge that lifts up and lets ships through, okay? It seems to be completed. Is this part of the construction? But what are these two here? I thought they looked like, you know, TV camera towers, like you see in football matches and stuff. So really elaborate gantry here. What are they for? So I thought they might have been piers for the later bridge for part of its design, but they're not there at all later. This is just, you see? So what were they? And there's painted up. I don't know what this is, but if it's inside it, this is some fucking fantastic engineering. Absolutely fan-fucking-tastic. 1859, they're pulling this off. Wow, guys. Oh, they're saying they are. That looks pretty new to me. 1850, fucking hell, 9. But we don't know what we're looking at. We could in fact be looking at the future, not the past. Who even knows, guys, how this fucking place works. The arrow of time was given to us by physicists, and all the people told you about space. I don't even buy that anymore. I think something else is going on completely. I think it's all overlapping. Anyway, here's my Celtic Tartarian channel. People are saying, Matt, you haven't got any content. Yes, I have. Just click videos. And when I make a video, it goes straight into I got no content. I can't do anything about it. I don't even know what it is. So here we are. This is what we've been doing for years. There's 1,000 odd videos here, guys, and just about it all. Everything. Fasces, resets to Bedlam, the Phoenicians, Antiquity, Tartaria, Money Pits, Breakaway Civilization, which I started to suggest 10 months ago. So a lot of people are interested. We're starting to get a lot of it together. Didivanh, who's helping me as well. I'll put the email address in the descriptions. So if you're not sending, if you want it, and you've got like ideas or land you want to donate or rent free or just anything, any suggestion, anything at this stage, just contact us, or me or Didi, and we'll try and get this sorted. We can't make moves now, obviously, because we're fucking locked down. So we're making plans now so that we can leg it as soon as if they let us out again, and if we got time, what we have. So this is an advert for my book. If you haven't seen it, super fantastic. I'm going to play this. Now, 2 days ago, on Monday morning, me and my son thought to ourselves, we thought, oh, everyone's going to be depressed Monday morning with a fucking lockdown. So I thought, well, let's find something really random that if they watch, it'll fuck their heads up completely. They'll go, what the fuck was that? And they won't be able to think about anything else, like the bullshit that's going on or anything, all day long. And it worked. It absolutely worked. So basically, we made a penis colour chart, okay, which I thought was comedy gold. Some people were confused. One person in my Facebook said, Martin, is this the direction we're all going to be going in now? No, it was actually humour. So to detach you from thinking about absolute bullshit and just fun. Isn't it? I know it's totally random and weird, but we're going to watch that video. If you haven't seen, you know, just to let you know, it's me and my son's concept and creativity for humour. I think it's absolutely brilliant, especially little squirty happy man. Yeah, and we'll look at that some more later, maybe. So anyway, we've got pics of the day to come. I'm going to close the volume off on this now. I'm going to play a video, 2 videos, come back, images of the day, and then I'll upload this. It's going to be epic. We'll have such a good time. Martinliedtke speaking. Hi guys, welcome to a beautiful new week on the realm. Flat of British, Martinliedtke speaking. Hi guys, welcome to a beautiful new week on the realm. I've been here working away with my son, Laurence Liedtke, Welsh Dragon Metals, my assistant. Thank you for your help, Laurence. It's been really important work. So what we've been doing, okay guys, take notes. Working hard at work. Updating our penis colour chart. Okay. Now, we'll go through these in more detail at a later time. But the praline browns, I'd rather take note of. We've got earthen, ochre, nightshade, deadly nightshade, and a very mysterious mystery brown. Okay, we'll go into more details
at a later time.
At a later time. So make sure to watch our next vlog, which will be out in a day or two, with the new updated penis colour chart. Okay, see you on the round.
His favourite.
My favourite colour chart now. Bye. Flat of British, Martinliedtke speaking. Yeah, that's what being locked in will do for you. Oh, I tell you what, it was hard to keep a fucking straight face doing that. It was really, really difficult. But I bet you weren't, after watching that, after your head was fucked, you was thinking not about any fucking plague or your worries. So, images of the day, make sure to subscribe to my channel. Please share. Did you share? So what we got is elephant people as well in this booklet. A bit more than that, you know, these flying people you see all over French antiquity. But they're like human elephants. Okay, so a lot of cryptids in Reset's past. These are these hairy people, they're not dogheads as such. You've got these really, really lovely looking, kind, flying people with umbrellas on their heads, okay? They look slightly Tartarian with the fluffy hats, but they're tall. And these umbrellas, like, you know, Mary Poppins, you'll always see them flying with in antiquity. It's like they got electromagnetic tech going on. It's like they're part of the thing. And here they are. So they open up, and apparently there's no problem at all flying around in the past. I think it's technology. It is technology. And giants, no problem in the past whatsoever. Okay. Mega giantage. And these people who are really lovely, and they fly. So don't they look really kind, the giants? Not really like kind faces. Not like the Phoenicians at all. Phoenicians are fucking just snide and gnarly and don't like our asses. She's got a really tight corset on. How'd you get your food down there? But I can see why she did it. So what they're looking at, they want stuff. They want stuff. She's like, yeah, whatever. So, armistice, is there? Can you give a shit? And the Phoenicians again, these ones are like lizards with feet. Scaly though. Mr. and Mrs. Lizard people, who are Philip and Liz. And these look like they're definitely doing a bit of flying. They catches these. They eat them. Or they catch them and put them in, I don't know, lizard enclosures. This is one of the oldest photos you can get of antiquity. It's apparently the old world, but then again, looks like it's taken a bashing. This is like shoring pieces. It's in France. Old world. I think it's 1840s. So apparently spitting spreads death. So in the new future, 707, in the new future, okay, if they do have like fucking football matches again, but I hope not, then football players like Fabio is not going to be able to flop on the grass again. Because how many times, guys, right, if we had a game of football, alright, American football, whatever, and you've slid and you've put your hand straight through a fucking big loogie, and it stinks when it's somebody else's. When it's yours, it stinks. But how many times? So, change your habits. No more gobbing. Okay, because apparently it spreads death. It's supposed to be a plague virus thing. Everyone's got it. Anyway, so apparently this is a Savoy hotel, but not the London one. It's in America. Can't really tell you what city. I think it's Philly. But look at that, mud flooded, all-world Tartarian, elegance and beauty. So fucking Phoenicians. And then the Middle Ages comes along. It's like, oh, you're bad. What can I do? I'll stick glasses on. You suck your skin out, or I'll just pour out all the bad blood. The good blood, it's clever. It knows how to stay in your body. So bloodletting. What were they doing with the blood later? Fucking filtering the gold and drinking it. Filtering the gold and drinking it. So apparently somebody seen this a couple of days ago and sent me, Martin, really excited to see you. There's a Trojan coming up out of water, not a ladder. So, Phoenician fireman. What this? They love their giants, don't they? They love their giants. So, history is always written by the winners. When two cultures clash, the loser is obliterated, like Tartarian. The winner writes the history books, like writing Tartarian out of the history books, which glorify their own cause and disparage as the conquered foe. V544, my small blood on Englishman. As Napoleon once said, I doubt if he was a real person. What history but the fable agree upon? So basically, whoever wins makes the shit up and makes themselves look fucking glorious. That's why Britain in World War II said, yeah, we won the war. It meant we won the war. No, I think it was called the Greek Patriotic War. And I think if you find Russia done most of the dirty shit, is what you find. But was it a war? What about this? Masks on slaves in antiquity. This is for a slave. Okay, and obviously the manacles, but they're just exactly the same as what they got on us today. Okay, no irony there. What about this bit of antiquity? It's actually on wheels. The entire pagoda building is on stone wheels. So did it move somewhere? Who knows? What about this? For blazer colour. Imagine walking in there and seeing all that colour on a bright shiny day. Feast for the eyes, isn't it? And Barbaria. The reason I downloaded this map is because I thought, well, Tartaria, Barbaria, Barbar, Tartar. I think the Tartars and the Barbars are the same person. So Barbaria, or the Carthaginian Empire that would have been up here in Morocco and in Algeria and the rest, I think the Barbary coast was inhabited by Tartarians at some stage, because it's got the name of Barbarian, Barbary coast. Sistine. And they're just priceless artworks, all contoured to the ceiling. Everything's just crazy. This is an anomalous thing out in the desert. Can't be specific what it is. It's not crop circle as such. But these ones are sort of outwards, and then they go inwards, 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 and then outwards, outwards, hollow. I couldn't even tell you. It's no like water tech I could think of, except it looks like it's water vortexing. So here we are, 1942. The Nazis checking your documentations. You have to have identification. Britain in the 1950s said, "Fuck that, we're British. We don't do that bullshit." And here we are, fucking big brother state. Anyway, so modern day. Let me check your papers. Make sure you're a human, or not supposed to be anywhere you're supposed to not be, like on the street. Why aren't you home? Locked in your room with your telly on, scared to fucking shit. You should be. Do as you're fucking told. So yeah, they've gone completely batshit crazy, the police. That's people's main worry at the moment, is these new laws and these just insane measures, and they've all gone fucking nuts. I haven't seen any of them that have been alright about things. All these videos that are out there, none of them are reasonable. So yeah, Parablium is what I can say about this is, if you use intensified mirrors off a mirror, you can do a thing called deaggregation, which is breaking down a stone using power of sunlight and mirrors. Look at this. Is a projector. That is a projector. Wow, that is so early. It shouldn't be there. So, and it's breaking something there. Okay, parabellum. It's paramirrors breaking stone. And there's more antiquity and the greedy weird ass fucking voodoo Vatican. And there's Friesland, or Grunland, Newland, which is not there, and Friesland here. So all of this is underwater, and that bit there should say Wales, massive letters. Should, but it don't. don't know. But it's pretty. Not sure where that is or why it's there. So look at that for colour again. Oh, I'd love to go and look around them walls. Touch their paintings, but I'm not supposed to. Stuff like that. So it's 10 to 11. Enochian Station in Glasgow. Knocked down. St Enoch. Isn't it got a brilliant name? It's a portal. It's a subway. Glasgow District Subway. It's a weird little building, isn't it, guys? Gone. Gone. St Enoch. The Enochian Station. It's a portal. Husband. What's for dinner, honey? Meat pill pork. So apparently, hung, drawn and quartered was a thing in the day, back in the day. Just pull your fucking arms and legs off. I wouldn't like to witness that, actually. I bet that's really messy. Sinewy. So there's somebody's happy hat, and back in the day, I bet he proudly wore that. Yeah. A man with great dignity. And don't laugh. If you laugh at him, he just fucking chop your head off because he's got a happy hat. So this has got painted on a wall in America. We need one of these on the end of every wall in the world. So apparently the penny will drop and people wake the fuck up before it's too late. Okay, this is more what we're living on, because it ain't like a ball. That's just when all of this is done and dusted, if it is ever done and dusted, that's fucking done for. It is so done for. Look at this from antiquity. Okay, it's the competition for municipal building in New York City, and they wanted that. 11:15. So here you are. This is a little bit of an intro. Excuse me, curio. Alphabets of the world. Okay. In the various alphabets of the world, the number of letters varies from 12 to 202. The shortest alphabet in the world is from the Sandwich Islands, which has 12 letters. The Tartarian, the longest, containing 202 letters. Weren't they very fucking clever? And somebody has put a link kindly in my comments on my last post, on my community post, with the full language, which was really intriguing. The practice of either double exposure, or that they were really, really doing something with these valves and all of this gear here, with bringing television, holographic, spectral beings forward. Because all of this looks too elaborate just for fuck all. Proper valves here, guys. To do what? Holographically project something. That's what. Look at the carving on that in stone. Again, serpents on staffs. Sorry, I don't know. It's just a weird church age. Oh yeah, this church. This is in Milan, St. Bandinio. Probably lost in the pronunciation, but it's in Milan. It's a small chapel, but they've got a giant one of these crypt. It's all Phoenician, and they got nuts. They got fucking many people down there again in this church in Milan. So it's all over. I'm finding these everywhere. There's one I found one in Britain as well. We thought all sorts, Medici, all sorts. It's the upside down W as well. So it's the Phoenicians, no doubt about it. There's the laurel leaves, etc. Posing. And they got like literally masterful artworks. Like the cobweb, that looks quite cool. Okay. So yeah, remembering these dead people, the religion, okay, but everything will be alright. Okay. Skull and crossbones has decorated out. Let me put this into context. These are people. I don't know. I know it's a strange reality and it's got stranger guys, but it's not something to do. Okay, you don't make decoration with the dead. It's fucking nuts. Or is it just me listening? You know, I don't know. Centralized controlled religion is doing that. That's a church. It's a church. But all will be well. You'll be saved. You'll be saved from this dire Phoenician plot to have the big chow down, if that's in case what's going to happen. I can see people sitting around waiting for the fucking but there's mass famine coming, and there's no doubt in my mind whatsoever that's definitely on the cards now, and it ain't long away either. And as I showed you in antiquity, guys, you know, everyone's munching down on one another, guys. The strange meat arras. This is 1850s London, right, or 1860s. Cemetery Station, guys. Yeah, for the apparently cholera epidemic. Necropolis Station. It's the Opolis again, Phoenicians. And they would drive you out of the city. They needed and built their own railway station with gates like that for the dead. It's that big a business. So what we got here is Japan again, or China, and here's a Chinese residential street. Why did I take a picture of it? Because of that thing here. It's a massive pole in the middle, like a white bit on top, like maggot, like basically a television pole in the modern day. There's one down there too. What is it? Nothing? Well, seems well placed. Looks like a 5G tower of the day to me. So that's the last of my images of the day. I'm back. So yeah, that's been my effort to try and cheer you all up. If anyone's feeling a bit pissed off, I like to keep the vibration up, because, you know, if I'm not fucking pissed off and I don't get feared by it at all, I can see straight through it and know that there's something bigger, something else going on, and I'm happy to share that with you all, because that's what we do here at Fly with British. So there we are. Did you enjoy that? We looked into gas as an idea for killing many people, which has in the past. That's a reality. Germ-free is not. Could it be that we were gassed? Maybe. What about the Grimm brothers? We'll look into them some more. They look a bit sinister, and they, you know, all of that narrative with basically dog heads. We've looked into them. They're pretty cool, isn't they? Do you want to see more of dog heads? Yeah. The important penis colour chart, I don't know, it's just totally random, what we could think of. Let's look at some flavours, okay, just before I go. So on the praline browns, okay, no, I actually done it, right, I had to keep a straight face. People thought, like, I was actually, because I was convincing that this might be like a real scenario. What the fuck? Anyway, so Nutella, okay, Nutella. Mouse is quite a nice tone. Earthen, it's more organic. Oaken is quite nice. Nightshade is a very popular tone. Mystery brown, very popular. White brown, golden brown, obviously, texture like sun. Back brown, okay, because it backs. And the most popular, I reckon, is, take no notice of that, that's just a fucking child done that. Just fucking not an adult, 52 wouldn't draw anything like that. Deadly Nightshade. Anyway, I gotta go. See you on a scene. I'm in chat with you now. Make sure to share this out, guys. Okay, I'll be back on Saturday. Okay, weekend. Okay, so make sure to share this out. Okay, cool. Peace and love. See you on a scene. Be good. On Martinliedtke7gmail.com. All that will be in the descriptions box. Okay, peace and love. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.